And my cup holder sits a cold beer. But I can't take a drink till I know I'm in the clear. But that's the trooper. Yeah, that's on my tail. That one wrong move for me, and I'm going to that county jail. My glove box underneath the rack, that's where I'm hiding on a quarter bag. Yeah, I hope that state trooper just leaves me the hell alone, 'cause I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I just wanna go get stoned. Stone, I'm as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of old rocking chairs. 'Cause if that state pulls me over, he'll have me by the shoulder. But if by some grace of God I look back and I see the coast is clear, I'm gonna pull off alongside the road, burn one down and drink this beer. Gonna drink this beer right here.
UvaldeRadio.net, your concert station, and always bringing you the best in Texas country, red dirt, independent music from right here in the Lone Star State. That was a Jason Custer Band and Drink This Beer. Big show going on this afternoon, 5 to 8 p.m. Jason Custer in Uvalde, from what I'm assuming is the very first time for a live show at Hangar 6 Air Cafe. And just to verify that with me, I've got Jason Custer on the phone. What's up, sir? Welcome.
Hey, glad to be here.
Hey, man.
And you have been correct. It is my first time at Hangar 6.
Wow, so very first time at Hangar 6, and first time in Uvalde, too, right?
Absolutely. Actually, first time I ever played in Uvalde. So
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, it's a really nice spot. It's right there off the Garner Field Airport. It's got a really cool, World War II aviation theme. It's literally right outside a few hangars. You can see the kind of planes come and go. There's a beautiful outdoors park for the kids. There's even an aviation museum, walking distance away. So, yeah, man, it's going to be a great time. And again, the show is this afternoon from 5 to 8 p.m. Hangar 6 Air Cafe here in Uvalde. Now, Jason, again, the band is called the Jason Custer Band. We just played one called Drink This Beer, which is an older single. You've got a brand new song we recently added to our playlist called Intexicated. But let's first of all, let's talk about the band. How long has the Jason Custer Band been around?
This particular lineup has been around for about the last 3.5 years.
Okay.
We took some time off, kind of recollected, regrouped a little bit, and found a new bass player, a new drummer, and now with the newest addition is our lead guitar player. He joined us on New Year's Eve, we decided to, after recording and releasing the first album in 2019, and then, of course, 2020 happened and kind of killed the whole promotion of that album. So, but we did release 3 singles, nothing with, too great a success. The good thing is, I guess we can re-release those singles eventually.
All right.
But, we've been at it for about 3.5 years and trudging along, as they say, I guess. We're getting a lot more head of steam built up after this single with the video that we shot for it and everything. So looking forward to seeing what it can do.
Now, I read somewhere that, I don't know if it's this particular incarnation of the band or maybe your original, but that you guys are comprised of several Army veterans. Is that still the case?
It is, except for the new lead guitar player was not in the Army. He was actually in the Navy, though.
Oh, okay, wow.
Again, none of that was ever by design. It just so happened, so I live outside of Lampasas, and being so close to Fort Hood, everybody around is retired military, or spent some amount of time in the Army, and it just so happens that we were all musicians before we were soldiers, or sailors in this case now, and it probably works out the best because we all have kind of the same sense of humor, and we all understand each other and where we're coming from.
I imagine you guys all have the same, maybe sort of value system as well, too, right?
Oh, absolutely. And the cool thing is, when we set up for a show, we tear down for a show, we have just a straight system of everybody has their task, and we can actually set up and be sound checked in an hour after hitting the parking lot of a venue, pretty much. and I think the fastest we've ever done it was after a show, from the last note we played, tear down, load it up in the trailer, and on the road, leaving the parking lot in less than 30 minutes.
Wow, man. That military, discipline, can bounce a quarter off it, huh?
Pretty much.
Well, very, very good, man. Again, we're talking to Jason Custer. He's the lead of the Jason Custer Band, and they've got a brand new single called Intexicated. Again, you mentioned that you're kind of outside the Lampasas area, which is near Killeen, and there's a good military segment there. That's the first thing I noticed when I was kind of looking over your biography materials. Also, being that you're a Central Texas band, and another thing I noted is you guys have, you guys are kind of running in the ranks of Texas country artists, but I feel like you have more of a Southern rock kind of vibe going on. Define your sound, if that's possible for you.
Yeah, that's so as a songwriter and growing up in Central Texas, I've always gravitated towards writing and singing more of a country style. And but my rhythm section, my drummer and my bass player both come from a heavy metal and hard rock background.
Nice.
And when you turn over country lyrics to that kind of that kind of instrumentation, my bass player, actually I had to show him how to play country style bass line. And so he's taken his heavy metal bass stylings and melded it with a country style, and kind of gives us what I like to think. I think we have an interesting, unique sound. In fact, I take it as the best compliment we ever had is y'all don't sound like anybody else, and I appreciate that because the last thing we want to do is sound like the same band that played here 3 weeks ago. I think our sound. Our lead guitar player, he's from Detroit originally. I don't think he's lived there in quite a while. And our drummer's from North Carolina.
Wow.
So being a Texas music band because, you're right. We never really called ourselves a country band. So being a Texas music band, but having some influences from outside the state, that probably also makes us, stand out a little bit, different in our sound from other bands too.
Yeah, man, you guys definitely have a cool rock and sound that I can totally get behind. Now, go ahead and tell us, man, as far as those live. Now, again, you're going to be coming down. You'll be here this afternoon performing a kind of a solo thing for us. But when the band is rocking, man, and it's all you guys, tell us what that Jason Custer Band sound is like.
It's definitely a southern rock. I can't figure out if we're more of a southern rock influenced country band or a country influenced southern rock band. But somebody one night they said, "Man, y'all kind of make me think of Molly Hatchet," and I'm like, "I'll take that."
Nice, very good, absolutely.
Any day.
Well, again, hey, the show is this afternoon, 5 to 8 p.m. Jason Custer live at the Hangar 6 Air Cafe right here in beautiful Uvalde, Texas. You know what? Get on out there, have some cold beer, stay hydrated with beer and water. Now, speaking of beer, man, one glance at your songs and a few listens. You guys like the drinking songs. We just played Drink This Beer. You got Intexicated coming up very soon. But tell me, also, you guys are military guys. How much of that background comes into your music? Is it just all drinking and partying? For those who are looking for an insight into like what lyrically, content you guys are bringing, where do those themes generally lie?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's we of course the Drink This Beer was the title track to our album that we released in 2019, and then this one just happens to be Intexicated, and which I'd choose to drink Lone Star beer. That's just my preferred brand.
No.
But, it really goes for anybody who drinks anything made in Texas, and having a few too many of those drinks and, you're not really drunk, you're intoxicated. But it's not necessarily the theme that, it's not like a running theme like, every song's about a drink.
You're not trying to be Kevin Fowler, are you?
No, but I've opened for Kevin a couple of times, which was cool. But
nice.
We've definitely got our share of our relationship songs and love songs and bad breakup songs and everything in between songs. So, but yeah, the drinking songs, that seems to be what really pays the bills.
Nice. Well, tell me, man, what is that songwriting process like? Now, you're the lead of the band. You got the name on the band. Is it pretty much you come with the material and those guys kind of help you sort it out? Or is it more of a band collaborative effort on the songwriting side?
Well, a lot of the songs, especially on that first album, those are songs that I had written over the years that I never did anything with other than just perform them. And so we worked them up as a band and went into the studio and recorded them. This batch of songs that we're working on now, we're not so much necessarily focusing on releasing an album or an EP or anything. We're just kind of recording as we go and having some fun with it. And 4 of the 5 songs that we've got rhythm tracks for right now, including Drink This Beer, were written solely by me. And then there's one in the mix that actually my drummer wrote a poem and turned it over to me and said, "Hey, do you think we can turn this into a song?" And I said, "Absolutely." The lyrics, they needed to kind of be worked out, changed from a poem standpoint to an actual song. Mm-hmm. And of course, this poem didn't have a chorus in it, so I had to take elements of that poem and create a chorus for it. But what we ended up getting out of that was a kind of our it's turned into a song about struggling with demons, and necessarily maybe not winning that struggle just yet, but
wow,
hopefully there's a light at the end of the tunnel by the end of it. So for the most part, I am the principal songwriter. Our new lead guitar player, he does have a lot more. He wants to be more involved in that process, and I welcome it. And then again, it seems like every one of my friends is a singer-songwriter, and we all talk about, hey, let's get together and do some songwriting. And unfortunately, on the weekends we're gigging, and during the weeks, a lot of us are we've got our full-time day job that we've got to take care of. So trying to get together is outside of a music festival seems to be almost impossible.
That was going to be part of my next question is, as far as the Jason Custer Band goes, what's coming up next? Like, are you guys taking this super seriously? Again, like you said, a lot of times, you're kind of weekend warriors and you have the day jobs, the 9-to-5s. What's the plan? Putting out singles, releasing to radio, trying to get, just trying to kind of build some momentum and then maybe have some options down the line? Or are you just kind of happy to just kind of do weekends and have a few drinks and you kind of have a good time with your buddies? What's the vision overall for Jason Custer Band?
Well, for us, of course, we're not that, we're on the kind of the, I guess, we're doing things the opposite way of how most bands start out and become successful. We've all had our military careers, so fortunately we're all disabled veterans. So, and one of the guys is actually retired, and so he just, all he does is play music, and we're all ready to pretty much quit our day jobs and go play music full time if we could. I own my own business. I also do guitar repair, and then our lead guitar player, he's a mechanic and has his own business. So the cool thing is we can all go ask ourselves if we can have a weekend off, go play a show, or if we need to put together a 2, 3, 4 week long tour. Then we don't have a boss to go ask.
Right.
Just give ourselves a day off.
Well, very good, man. It's exciting. I hope that the band finds lots of success. Of course, we're excited to have you here in town this afternoon, 5 to 8 p.m., performing solo at the Hangar 6 Air Cafe. That's at 249 Airport Boulevard, right there at the Garner Field Airport. Jason Custer's debut in Uvalde County, Uvalde, Texas, and at the Hangar 6. And I should have mentioned this earlier, man, but thank you for your service, all of you guys, man. I mean, the freedoms that we have, we do not take them lightly, especially in these times where it's kind of the left is at war with the right, and everybody just seems to be, a mess. But we really got to remember, that our freedom was bought and paid for in blood and by the sacrifices that people like you make. So thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. We're all proud to be veterans. It's just, it's cool to, we haven't had any kind of that, like you said, the fighting between the right and the left. Luckily we haven't had any kind of that negativity at our shows. So we just want to go out there and play music and have a good time with everybody in attendance. So
right on. As we get into your new song, Intexicated, real quick, just give me a rundown of how your solo show is going to go this afternoon. You're going to do some originals, some covers. What does that kind of thing look like? What can our Uvalde listeners look forward to today?
Yeah, like you said, originals, covers that I enjoy doing, and if somebody shouts out a request, as long as it's not Freebird, we'll see what I can do. I'm not we've never been, we as a band have never been one of those jukebox bands that went out and learned all the top 40 songs.
Right.
But we do, as for myself, when I'm doing the solo shows, the cool thing about it is I have so many songs over, 20 plus years of being a musician that we've never worked up as a band, that I actually get to get away from the band set list and do some stuff that I haven't done in a long time. So it's fun for me, and if y'all come out, trust me, I'm hearing some of this for the first time in a long time myself.
Very good, man. Well, we're excited that you're coming on down here. Safe travels, and we will see you at 5 o'clock. Again, 5 to 8 p.m., Jason Custer of the Jason Custer Band performing at Hangar 6 Air Cafe. Let's go ahead and get that new track on. It's called Intexicated. You want to bring it on for us, man, and introduce it for us?
Yeah, this is, if you like to drink some Texas-made adult beverages, this is the song for you.
It's Intexicated. This is Uvalde Radio. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Hey, thank you, Robert.
I hit the door of my favorite honky-tonk just 20 minutes after quitting time. It was penny midnight, they had told Lone Star beer on tap. I had $1 worth of dime. Now the sun hadn't even called it a day. By the time I got fucked off my bar stool and the bar yourself educated. I ain't drunk, I'm intoxicated. Me like I was talking in cursive as I staggered across that old hardwood floor, and I swear that bartender shot me the finger as the bouncer showed me to that old front door. Now I swear this cop must be her brother, 'cause he's saying that I'm too damn drunk to drive. So I told that boy in blue, better listen close, 'cause I'm only gonna say this one more time. I'm not drunk, I'm just intoxicated. I got too much blood coursing through my lungs on a stream. It looks like you're the fool, setting yourself educated. I ain't drunk, I'm intoxicated. I'm not drunk, I'm intoxicated.